Hey everybody, just parked, had my water with me, keep me hydrated, and brought my purse, all that good stuff with me as well as some backup stuff, and came from my audition over at USM. I parked over at the park and walked up over the bridge, changed when I got there with my nice shoes, went in. We waited for a while. Well, I immediately filled out the registration information. Met some nice folks. Came down into an auditorium. Well, hit the ladies' room too. And then hung out for a while. I was reading my book. And then they eventually called us into another room and they started handing out just a short script. And then they slowly called them in one by one, not by the number on the sheet, but when people started lining up at the line to come into the room with the scripts, some of the people that came in after us were more up in front in that line. So of course they got called in sooner, but it's okay. I wasn't too worried about it. I was just chillaxing, enjoying myself, having a nice pleasant chat with this nice woman next to me, also from Maine, which was also a writer. So it was awesome that I got to network, and I wanted to share that experience. And then I came into the audition, and there was a small group of folks in there. They were wicked nice, especially the female. She was so sweet. She was like, "Hi, how are you?" I can't exactly do it, but it was just very sincerely sweet, more than what you'd most oftenly get. And then I said, "Pleasure to meet you all." And they said, "You can follow your stuff down." And they said, "Yeah, you too." And then I said, "I don't want to boast my ego, and I don't know, maybe this didn't work, maybe it did, I don't know." But I felt like I went in there, fairly relaxed, fairly confident, because that's important. They usually look for confident people, slash at the same time take good direction, and they try to see if they can pick up on that quickly. That's very common. And I said, I don't want to sound like I'm boasting my ego. I said, if you folks have any, if you'd ever like to work together on a project down the road, don't hesitate. And I wanted to share with you, I don't want to sound like I'm pushing any of this information on you, but I want to share my book. And I just had I talked about my perfume briefly. I just said my book and my perfume, and that's all I said. I kept it wicked short, and then I said, would you like me to read both parts or just one? They said, yeah, just one. And then we had the other gentleman read the other part, and I picked Sonia, which was a female, and I stood on an X, and I even did some of the actions of like bending down to put a hoe down, because the scene has to do with a barn with a horse and holding a hoe for hoeing the potatoes. And I had on the application, actually, there was some information. I paused because that big truck that just went behind me there, I didn't want to try to talk over that. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. They were really sweet. I was like, it was a pleasure. And I came up and I shook all the three people there, and then I said, pleasure to meet the one that read with me, that was sitting behind the camera to read. And then after I said, is there any way you'd like me to read that any differently? And they're like, no. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, thank you. I'm like, all right. So I don't know. I hope that maybe the casualness, I don't know, because I went right straight to business. I don't know. And again, maybe I'm just beating myself up. Maybe they're just, who knows? We'll see. If not, it was just awesome. I got to have that experience and also have a chance to network with some writers. So that may be something possibly that I'm going to be talking to those folks soon, and they wanted me to come in and talk about my book. So that was cool. So we'll see what happens, and I'll keep you guys posted. It's just another quick little update on how that audition went today. Blue potato. And now we will see you guys all again soon. Ciao.